In today's video, we're going to be diving right into the super middleweight matchup that saw Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Sweet Hands Plant. If you were lucky enough to catch the action live, or you just saw the highlights, get ready to relive the epic bout in this video. Stick around because you're not going to want to miss a second. With that being said, let's get ready to rumble. The lead up to the bout. September 18th, 2021 was the original date for these two middleweight titans to meet in the ring in Paradise, Nevada, until a disagreement in the contract threw this date in the trash. People were worried this fight wasn't even going to happen, with Alvarez even rumored to be taking on WBA lightweight champion Dimitri Bivol instead. However, just in the nick of time on August 19, 2021, both of the fighters agreed to a new match date for sometime in November of 2021. It was officially announced via Alvarez's Instagram page that the fight between the two longtime boxing stars would commence. The date? November 6, 2021. The stakes: the title of undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, which was around the waist of Caleb Plant leading up to the fight. The match had some intensity behind it, even before these two stepped into the ring. During the weigh-ins, Alvarez and Plant got into a physical altercation instigated by Alvarez. The pair and their respective camps pushed and shoved until the two were separated. The incident was apparently started by Plant hurling a certain curse word at Alvarez, which he took in the wrong context, according to Plant. Alvarez later explained that he heard the curse being used in a derogatory form towards his mother, and that he felt that he needed to step in if it was Plant's intent. Plant later told the media that he in no way insulted Alvarez's mother, and that Alvarez didn't hear him right. The altercation can most likely be chalked up to the slight language barrier, as the curse word reportedly used by Plant did include the word mother in it. So if you couldn't guess what the curse word was before, you certainly know now. The records and the predictions. Canelo Alvarez was walking into his bout with Caleb Plant in very high spirits, as he owned a record of 55-1-2, with 37 of those 55 wins being earned via knockout. Canelo had an undefeated streak spanning his previous 14 bouts, which started way back in 2014 with his victory over Alfredo Angulo. Canelo was also holding 3 of the 4 168-pound weight class championship belts in the sport, including the WBA's and WBO's, and the WBC's Canelo's only loss came in 2013 to the legendary boxer Floyd "Money" Mayweather Jr. In Alvarez's 14-bout win streak, he'd managed 6 knockouts and was feeling on top of the world heading into his bout with Caleb Sweet Hands Plant. Plant owned a 21-0 record, with 12 of his 21 wins coming from a knockout. Plant could not have had any shortage of confidence either, as an undefeated record is nothing to scoff at, obviously. And it's not like Plant is much younger than Alvarez and has fought only scrubs in his way to an undefeated record. Plant is 29 years old and has fought a great deal of skilled boxers. The fighter's very respectable records were setting up quite the slugfest between these two highly regarded boxers. The predictions, however, did have Alvarez as the clear favorite heading into the match, with the Vegas odds makers having Alvarez at -800 and Plant as the +5,500 underdog. Many pros were also hedging their bets and taking Alvarez as their victor when predicting the outcome. Plant did obviously have some supporters, and I'm not sure if anyone would have been shocked to see Plant win. He has the prowess and the skill, and I'm sure this bout with Alvarez will be far from Plant's last bout. The fight and the results. The fight itself was well worth the wait fans had to endure to see these two powerhouses go toe-to-toe in the ring. Plant's speed was evident right out of the gate, with Plant doing everything he could to throw off Alvarez's defense, but Alvarez remained in his usual defensive stance, not allowing any punches of note to land. Plant had a difficult time, to say the least, not only breaking Alvarez's defense, but from defending against Alvarez himself. Alvarez did a tremendous job limiting Plant's speed by forcing him into the corner of the ring and taking away any time and space he would need to make a move. The fight went on like this for multiple rounds, with both fighters trading blows, but ultimately remaining steady defensively. However, the better defender proved to be the victor, as Alvarez did not give Plant an inch, and it proved to be the difference. In the 11th round, the two stepped into the ring and Alvarez wasted no time catching Plant off guard with a left hook, sending Plant to the ropes. Alvarez followed that up with 2 quick uppercuts, which sent Plant to the floor. Plant got up quite fast the first time, only to be sent right back to the floor for a second time in the round. The referee was quick to call the match following the second knockdown of Plant, resulting in Alvarez's 15th win in a row, 56th win, and 38th knockout of his career. Although Plant fought a good fight, he could just not land any high-danger shots on Alvarez, being outpunched by 117 to 105, according to Shawstat. stats. Alvarez also crushed Plant in his percentage of power shots landed, with a 41% shot landed rate, and Alvarez dominated the score sheet when it came to body shots as he landed 53 to Plant's measly 13 body shots. All in all, it was a very skilled fight, with better defense being the key to victory. The judges' scorecards all ruled in favor of Alvarez, with the final score reflecting a 97-93 ruling in favor of Alvarez. What the fighter said following the fight: both of the fighters were given very little time following the fight before immediately being barraged with questions. In his victory, Alvarez donned a gold plastic crown and gave a quick shout out to his route, saying, "It hasn't been easy to get to this point. With the fans' support, my family, and my team, we got very far. This is for everyone, especially Mexico." When asked about his opponent, Alvarez had some high praise for the American and previously undefeated boxer, saying, "I have respect for Caleb Plant. He's a very difficult fighter and has a lot of ability. I definitely respect him." He continued on with, "He was making my stuff a little difficult, but trainer Eddie Reynoso told me to stick to the game plan and we got him." When asked about the final round and what he needed to do to end the bout, Alvarez added, "That's the way I had to finish it. I went for the kill." Of course, referring to his back-to-back knockdowns coming at 105 in the 11th round. Alvarez was even asked about their weigh-in incident and if they had resolved their differences, as the pair were seen hugging following the bout. Alvarez said, "We're men at the end of the day. He wanted to still fight and compete, but of course, there's no shame. He told me he's sorry about the swearing incident and he didn't mean it like that. I told him everything's okay and to keep going." When asked about his defeat and what his next steps in boxing were, Plant replied with, "We don't know. We need to rest first." Plant normally competes in the 175-pound weight class, and he's currently unsure if he's going to return to that weight class or continue to compete in the 168-pound weight class moving forward. As previously mentioned, it is unsure what the now 21-1 Plant will do in regards to his boxing career. However, we did see a hand go up to challenge Alvarez if he continues to stay in the 168-pound weight class. 37-year-old Anthony Dirrell has officially thrown his hat in the ring, if you will, as a potential challenger to Alvarez. Dirrell hasn't raised his hand in over 3 years since he lost in 2019 to David Benavidez by knockout. Obviously, nothing has been confirmed by either fighter, as the match only occurred this past weekend as of this recording. However, I would say it is a safe bet to assume that these fighters will not wait long to hop back into the ring, as I'm sure Plant is hungry for his shot at redemption since losing his undefeated status. And Alvarez, I'm sure, is looking to extend his current winning streak of 15 bouts. All we know right now is that we know nothing in regards to these two fighters. We don't even know if their current weight is the weight they will be fighting at in their next bout, let alone the opponent, location, or date. But stick around the channel, because as soon as we hear anything, it will be updated right here. That's the video. What did you guys think of the bout? Who do you think these guys will face off against in their next fight? Will we see a rematch between these two in the future? Whatever your thoughts are, let us know in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. It's only a few clicks and it's completely free for you. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next video.